How's it going, YouTubers? Electron Man, we're back for another CB radio repair. It's a repeat of, I think I already done one of these, but it's a Cobra 25 LTD. But, I always kind of do a visual inspection. Like I said, start out with checking the mic, which I checked the mic. I already had to take it apart and clean it. It wasn't. This thing looks like it was left in somebody's backyard, in a dirt shed, or maybe out on a table in the backyard. It's really dirty. I mean, it's filthy. I don't know if it's going to be worth putting much time in it or not, but we'll go ahead and we'll give her a chance. A lot of these radios, when they get to this point, obviously it's not worth my time and trouble to put a lot of effort into getting them back up. They're not going to bring that much money in the first place, and if it was pristine, it'd definitely be worth putting a little more effort into. But when they get to this condition, a lot of times I scrap them, and what I'll do is I'll take the face plates if they're in good shape, knobs, any components I think I could use later on, and I'll put them in a Ziploc bag, and I'll roll them up and put them in a box. They don't take up near as much room if I get it down to just like faceplate and knobs and a few components, maybe the audio chip if it's good in it, and then I use them for spare parts later, and that's the best way I found to store, to keep a parts inventory of old stock, old used stock. But that's just my way. Anyway, I'm back to rambling again. I guess I'm in a chatty mood again today. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what we got with this. First visual inspection is she's been rode hard, very hard, and not well pampered. But let's just go ahead and plug her in. Well, that's not a good sign. I just plugged her in, and my bench power supply went right straight to dead short. So we know she's shorted out, which could just mean that she's wired backwards, or was wired backwards at one time. And wow, the inside doesn't look any better than the outside. I took the screws off earlier, but man, at least it's not too bad on the component side. Look at that circuit board. Look at that. Oh, that's filthy. Toothbrush, a little isophyl alcohol, and I can clean that up. But like I said, I don't know if this is going to be worth it or not. Let me take a look. Does it look like it's had a lot of fingers in it? Not really. Doesn't look like. Looks like it's running stock. Yeah, it's 1969 factory final. It looks like a Mitsubishi. Not seeing any major damage here. Nothing major burn. I'll tell you what, on this one, it's so dirty. I'm just gonna cut this diode. Coming off power here, I can already tell you that what is that, D7 is going to be my shunting diode or my protection diode. So let me just go ahead and cut it for right now. I don't ever just cut them and leave them cut. I'll replace it if the radio is worth getting back up. But let's do the down and dirty first, and just, I don't know if you can see that, but I just cut that shunting, or that protection diode, shunting diode, whatever you want to call it, and so that if that was a dead short, that it'll at least resolve that issue. Go ahead and plug it back in now and see if it made any difference. Does she still go to a dead short's the question. Whoops. Well, I hope if I get it plugged in the correct way. I got it upside down now. Well, that's good news. That took care of the dead short, so we know where the dead short was at anyway. Let's see if she powers on. Look at that. I got no meter light here. Looks like I got one of the switches that has it looks like it's just come loose. Actually, that's probably what fell out earlier. I know something fell out. I bet you it was one of those screws that fell out. Hopefully it didn't bounce around there and damage a bunch of other stuff or short something else out. Let me go ahead and hook an antenna up to it. It might be worth messing with. It definitely it has powered up now. So I'll show you, we've got powered up here. I actually like using channel 26 as my tone generator frequency. Let's go to 26 and see if we actually get anything out of this audio wise. Yeah, let's see, bright, dim. No, that don't work. Channel 9 does work. CBPA, not seeing anything there. It's showing receive, but I'm getting no receive out of there. Well, I forget on Cobras you need to put a mic on them too. Let's see here. Okay, well that's not good. We got no transmit. Yeah, we got no transmit coming out of it. No frequency coming out at all. Squelch is all the way down dynamite. RF gain's all the way up. And that's this noise blank off, which don't think that's going to make any difference. I just want to go ahead and hit the switch. That would be an easy fix. I could just put the screws back in on that, but it doesn't seem like we have anything going on here. Oh, Lordy. Okay. The question now ponders, is it worth me even getting any further into? Okay, I've got basically, what I've got is a lit up radio. I've got no audio. I've got no modulation. I've got no transmit. And I've got, it doesn't look like it's even oscillating a frequency, which I could check pretty quick. Maybe if it's oscillating at 10.24, it's worth going a little more forward to it. But this ain't looking good. But anyway, let me, I'm going to go ahead and do a little probing here. I'll just stop the video here now, and I'll come back if I find something that's interesting in it. This definitely is looking to be a candidate for the we'll call it part supply. Well, YouTubers, the Cobra 25 became a donor. I probably should have recorded some of this, but anyway, long story short, I got in here and I got in the rabbit hole and started going down it. I got a couple hours bench time on this thing, and obviously it's going to turn out being nothing but going in the junk pile. But anyway, I got to digging around and I pulled 3 or 4 caps, found one that was way out of tolerance. So I knew that was it. Found a diode that was defective, a burnt resistor, and then I got in there, and it's hard to, right up in here by the PLL, I saw a burnt trace, and it's like, what the heck is that? And I got to digging, and this little screw here, I believe that is the whole failure of this radio. What happened was, that was actually, if you remember when I actually took this faceplate off, I said that the noise blank was loose. Well, that screw had vibrated loose, obviously probably sitting in a mobile or something. And of all things, it decides to get on the circuit board, and it basically shorted out. And what it did is it toasted the PLL chip. And I'm not gonna. I'd socket it if I had to. I don't even know if I could get a PLL chip. Needless to say, I already had 2 hours in it. I'm not going to start putting PLL chips in it. It's getting way too intensive, especially in the condition this thing was. The circuit board was crap anyway. It looks like it'd been sitting outside. It had a lot of corrosion, and I just called it and decided that it'll make it a donor. But I was talking about how I make them donors, so I thought I'd kind of show you a short little video on what I take off of them. Actually, because this one, it shorted out the PLL. It had a lot of good stuff, so I'm even going to go ahead and keep the faceplate and the display, all the digits worked on, so I'll go ahead and bag this. It's not the prettiest one in, but I mean, it's got some good knobs on it. It's got a good display on it. It's got a good meter, other than the light bulb doesn't work on it. And it won't take up much room. Put this in a Ziploc with the knobs and stuff over here that I saved, and I'll have it. But I was going to show you, this radio, even though it had to be donated, I really got some good stuff out of it. I got a pre-driver. I got a good, and these are all. This is a true Toshiba audio chip, and I know it's good. Got a 1969 true driver, not some aftermarket Chinese one. Got a good voltage regulator here. The crystal's good. I got a good 3-pin if I needed to replace that. Anyway, kind of just show you some of the parts I pulled on the mic and the screws. Those are always handy to have. Actually, those capacitors over there, those were actually ones I pulled when I was testing. But anyway, to show you, even though we had to donate this radio, It will actually live in some parts of it will live in other radios. So anyway, this kind of a short video to show you where this 25 went, and hey, you can't fix them all. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be fixed, but it was way. I mean, like I said, I already spent a couple hours on a radio that looked like crap that probably wouldn't even clean up nice as a 25. Was it a $40 or $50 radio out on the market? Yeah, I'm better off to get the $30 worth of components. I mean, if you think about it, that audio chip's probably $20. A true Toshiba, no, that's a $20 chip, 15, 20, and a good final Japanese final. It's a good $10, $15. So, I kind of look at it this way. I get my work for my 2 hours of bench time out of those components because I will end up using them sooner or later. So I'll just bag and tag the faceplate and the knobs and stuff, and have those as spares, and mark this stuff as used tested components, and use it for a later date. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Hey guys, if you like, subscribe. Have a great day. This is Electron Man.